What is going on, YouTube? This is Vice speaking, and welcome back to some more Octopath Traveler, man. In the last episode, we chose Cyrus as the one who we wanted to start our journey with, man. We were exploring around. We noticed that some shady business was going on. We scrutinized some people, got some information, and found that Russell has been up to some real shady nonsense. So in this episode, we're going to go and try to confront him. But before that, I wanted to show you guys why scrutinizing is so valuable and why you're going to want to do it to every single citizen, at least, that you come across. Obviously, they give you this random citizen's age and details, but if you look down there at information gleaned, you will see a hidden item. Whenever you see that, a hidden item will literally spawn on the screen that you're on. I think it's always on the screen that you're on. I'm not entirely sure though. But yeah, and just like that, we got a large feather, which I believe is an item that is meant for selling. You can get money that way. We got another one here. I'm not going to read all the people's information just because, we'd be here forever if I read every single citizen's information. We got an inspiriting plum, which I will go over soon. Another hidden item from this guy, and that one's right over here. And we already scrutinized the guard. I'm going to get this guy back here, though. And that is a fourth hidden item. Now this one, if you can see up at the top right of the screen, is all the way up here. So we're just going to snatch that real quick. And then we're going to make our way, if there's not anything else I can think of to do. Going to see if we can't track down Russell. Since, if we try and go back into the library, he is conveniently gone, which is very, very suspicious. Oh, I'm dumb. There we go. The subterranean study. So here we have our first dungeon type area. And in these areas, we are able to find monsters. I guess, yeah, monsters. But we're able to get into battles is a better way to put it. Now, a little side note, a little small detail. I've heard that if you walk, the encounter rate for battles is lower. But if you run, it's higher. I guess that's true, but I didn't know that for the longest time. Anyways, we get a healing grape there. Now, I want to see if we can't get into our first battle here. There it is. And as you can see here, breaking enemies. I'll get into this. So notice that this ice sentinel here, our first enemy of the game, we already know one of its weaknesses, and that is fire. I guess that one was pretty obvious, but Cyrus has an ability where at the start of every single battle, if the enemy has not had all of its weaknesses shown or discovered by that point, he will reveal one of them. For example, fire. Now, you see that little shield next to all those question mark type weaknesses. That is... Goodness, my cat's making all these noises. That is the enemy's sort of, I don't know what you would call that. It's shield count? I don't know. But the number is 1, right? So what happens if we get that number to 0? I'm going to attack it with this stave, and we break the enemy. We've hit it with one of its weaknesses. It only had 1 shield, and when we did that, we broke it. So now the enemy is in a vulnerable state. It will not take its turn. It will lose a turn, actually. Now, another thing to mention. For every turn that you do not use a BP, you will gain 1. Well, what are BP? If you look under Cyrus's name there, you can see 2 glowing orange dots, and those are your BP. What do you do with BP, you might ask? Well, if you notice above the attack button, we got a little boost thing right there that, says press the R button. If you press the R button, you can enhance your skills. Now you can press it up to 3 times, and that makes your skills extremely, heavy hitting. You're gonna do some damage with this boost feature. Now I'm gonna hit it with fireball just because obviously it's weak to fire. 232, that's massive. It's gonna hit us with a little ice thaw. Not too bad, not too bad. We're gonna break it again. And I'm gonna boost, and if you boost with a regular attack, you'll just hit multiple times, and you'll hit 1 more time for each boost or BP that you use rather. Oh dang, I thought that'd be enough to take it out. Ice grenade doesn't hurt too bad, but obviously you want to try to end this battle as quickly as possible, and there we go.
You should have studied harder.
Now we leveled up here. At the end of every battle, you will gain money, XP, and JP. We'll go over JP, but XP should be very self-explanatory. It's just your typical average video game XP. When you level up, I believe you gain HP and SP, which is the sort of MP of this game. You use it to cast spells and things like that. And actually, I forgot to mention, that's what your inspiriting plums and your healing grapes are used for. Your healing grapes obviously restore your HP, inspiriting plums restore your SP. Now, Study Foe is going to show us that this Ambling Bones has a weakness to staves. So the way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to hit it one time with the stave, and I'm going to do that twice. Because I don't want to use SP too crazily, I guess. Voice is cracking, I'm sick. And we can boost 3 times here. I'm going to go for Ice Wind. And it does not have an ice weakness. But we took it out just that fast. That tells you how strong it is when you use all 3 BP. You're doing some serious damage here. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention is that whenever you're in these dungeon type areas, you're really going to want to look around because there are usually lots and lots of chests. And obviously you could go straight to your destination, but you could have so many more items if you just explored a little bit. This game does reward you for exploring, as I said. Now, studying the foe will reveal to us that this Fire Sentinel has an ice weakness. I think, personally that was pretty obvious. You could have guessed that. It also has a stave weakness, though. We can see that both the Sentinels have a stave weakness. So I'm going to hit it with this Ice Wind. And yeah, once you get a hang of this battle system, it's really simple. It's really actually, you get a grasp of it very quickly. Now, I have to just praise the battle system really quick. This is something that I had never seen before, man. I played lots of video games, lots of RPGs. I had never seen this sort of break type system or this BP system. Battles in this game are extremely, I can't think of the word. It's like, it's the word where you participate in it. I don't know. I'll think of it later, but, yeah, engaging, I guess. The battles are extremely engaging. And, I mean, look at these visuals right now. Just look at them. There's not, I really don't know what to say. This is just something that you take in. I could talk all day about the visuals and the music, but you just have to experience it for yourself, man. This game is out of this world. It really, really is.
I've done my research on you.
Oh, I forgot to mention, for enemies that we've already fought before and that I've already went over, I'm probably going to cut the battles out just because that's something I usually do. I just feel like there's really no need to keep battles in if they're redundant. All they do is increase the length of the video, or if they don't do that, they will reduce the amount of time that we could be going over more story or doing more stuff that actually is new. So if we encounter an enemy that I've already encountered and went over, probably just gonna cut that battle out. But for now, we can finish this battle right here.
Oh, ice, here's some through. You should have studied harder.
Over here we got a chest with an herb of light. We're gonna go over the herbs at another time just because they have a very specific use. And this guy's just a traveling peddler. You can buy and sell things to him. I'm actually gonna sell the large feather and the odds and ends just because they are items that are meant to be sold. Great sources of money. Great sources of money. We can sell those to oh, I forgot to go over soul stones. So soul stones are sort of items that you can use in battle, and they, I guess, sort of cast spells, for lack of a better way to put it. They just do. As you can see, it says deals light damage to all foes. Now you can have them in regular, and then I believe medium and large soul stones. But this one's just a regular one, obviously, because we're at the start of the game. So we got a place to save. Ooh, we got a very well hidden chest back here. Contains an old coin. If I remember correctly, those are actually not that great. But I'm not sure. I have to go back and check that. Made it to level 4 after that fight. And in this chest, we have another light soul stone. The soul stones are really good to have. I like them. Now, our objective is right up there, but I'm going to save just to be safe. You can see that other save file down there. There we go. HP and SP are in a really good place. But before that, I want to try getting into one more fight just because I'm trying to gain JP, and you'll see why in a little bit. Oh, I was caught by surprise. That's a thing that can happen. It just means that the enemy gets an extra turn on you. It can suck, but this early in the game, it's kind of like whatever. There we go. I wanted to do that because we have enough JP to learn new skills. And before we confront Russell, I wanted to check our skills. Now, the way skills works, you can get any of these skills right here that you want. These really incredibly strong double hitting spells, or you can get Analyze, which is a really good skill in and of itself, or you can get lightning coverage, which is also very good. The only thing though is that you're gonna have to really think about in what order you want to get these skills, simply because after each skill that you get, the cost to learn the next skill goes up. So you're really gonna want to strategize about that, because you don't want to be without any type of coverage if you need it. I'm gonna get lightning bolt just to have a wider elemental coverage, even though these other skills are all really good. Cyrus is really solid, but we want electric coverage just so we can hit enemies with that element, because otherwise we can't. So that's the way I'm gonna go. And let's confront Russell.
What?
Professor Albright. Are you always in the habit of barging into your peers' offices while they're working?
Excuse me?
My apologies. I would have knocked, but I didn't see a door.
A moment of your time.
Apropos of nothing, mayhap you've heard that a certain tome was stolen from the archives. I haven't the faintest clue what you're talking about.
Come now.
Come now, Russell. Playing dumb is just going to drag this out for the both of us. So let's cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're a thief, and I can prove it. What? The heck you can? Yeah, okay. If you don't know, man, I just don't curse. All right. It wasn't raised that way. I just don't do it. I find it a bit, indignant. It's just not my cup of tea. We have a lot of weird moments. Yeah, we can laugh about it, whatever. But I just don't, man. I just don't.
The truth is...
Unfortunately for you, at precisely the moment you were trying to sneak back with the key, your friend the guardsman was just waking from his little slumber. But that's impossible. He was asleep. I'm positively...
Oh.
Now, let's pause for a quick second, because I need to bring your attention to something very important. Listen to that music in the background right now, okay? That is not its own song. Not necessarily. You see, The composer for Octopath Traveler, Yasunori Nishiki, is an absolute big brain, okay? Every character has their own sort of theme, and that theme is used to build up the tension. We're building towards a confrontation here, and musically speaking, he brilliantly executes this idea. A little later, we're gonna hear a transition, and a little later, we're gonna hear another thing, but we'll get to that. I am gonna link a video in this description. Actually, wait a minute. Let me hold that thought. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that video. It was a slip of the tongue. I tell you, I know nothing about this god dang book.
Is that so?
Figured you'd say as much. Then perhaps you'd care to accompany me to the academy, to prove your innocence, of course. Dang it. Dang it all to heck. It was the perfect plan. If not for your bloody meddling, I could have had it all. He's coming at us.
I don't think this one will listen to reason.
Now what I was saying, did you just hear that transition here? The composer, bro, I can't speak enough about it, man. The video I linked in the description, as I was saying, it's by a YouTuber who does an immaculate job of going over how the composer uses these different themes and different transitions and different boss themes to really, really sell the severity and the intenseness and the absolute hype of these boss battles. This is the boss theme 1, I believe. And guys, I don't know how else to tell you. This concept blew my mind. I've never seen a composer do anything like this. At least I don't think. Maybe I didn't notice it, but the way Yasunori Nishiki goes about this is just, it's so beautifully, musically speaking. It's just something you've never seen before. It really is. And I don't think I could explain it to you as well as the guy in the video who I've linked can explain it. Because I watched that video, man. I watched it like 3 different times. It's just so beautifully done, man. The sort of prelude theme that each character holds, each character, they have their own transition into the boss theme, which we're hearing right now, which is so dang epic, man. I just can't speak enough about it, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you if you don't get hyped hearing that very subtle character-specific theme, going into that transition, and then finally heading into that boss theme. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you're not feeling that, I don't know what the heck to say to you. I'm sorry. Okay, now I did not I did not notice this dang predicament that I was in, but my goodness, I do not have the greatest healing right now.
Let's try this.
Oh wow, I did not know that healed that much. Goodness. Bro, I'll be honest, I was not even paying attention. I just get so caught up in the musical aspect of things, bro. Oh my gosh, I just can't speak enough about it. What I'm trying to do now, I guess I can, goodness, like let me talk a little bit about my strategy. I'm trying to get rid of his 2 little henchman type elemental things and then focus on him specifically, because otherwise, you know, they're gonna gang up on us. It's not gonna be a fun time. He's muttering an incantation. That does not look good. Seems like he's boosted his power somehow. At least you have to assume that's what he's doing. So real quick, we can break the wisps, the water wisps. And then with this 3rd BP that we're about to gain, we can really go in. Now I don't have any more healing grapes, so this is really a not great situation. In fact, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm stupid. I have 3. Oh, I want to use it this turn, but then if I do 3 BP, am I gonna take those things out? I think so. They're on red health. Like, oh, thank goodness. Okay. That makes this a lot easier. Now we can heal. Oh, we're good. We're good.
Let's try
Russell
this.
finally shows his true colors. And another thing I like, oh goodness guys, I'm gonna talk your ears off, I'm sorry.
What is the logical
The
course of action?
visual aspect of this game. If you have not noticed already, absolute just, I can't say it enough, like I've never seen this before. As I said in the first episode, I believe, when I saw this pixelated style, I was like, yeah, you know, like I'm not really about that. But bro, throw the pixelated style out of the window. The way it's executed
Now,
is,
what next?
I've said it a million times, I've never seen it before. Notice how, you know, Russell looked the same as us before this boss fight. But as we transition into it, they depict him in such a way that is so daunting. And it just drives you that much more to want to take down this incredible evil. Like guys, when it comes to video game design and development and storytelling, you gotta know what you're doing. And these guys have clearly shown that they know what they're doing. The music, the composer, the dang visuals, man, the development, the gameplay. This is what I'm talking about when I say like this game swept me off my feet. It did everything that I was expecting it not to do. And that is why I have to speak extensively about how brilliant this game is. I just have to. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That was the one turn I had and I didn't realize I didn't have any SP. Oh
Let's
gosh.
try this.
But yeah, man, I mean, you can see for yourself. Like, you don't need me to ramble on about how brilliant this game is. But just in case you didn't get it on your own, I'm gonna ramble on a little bit. Like, this is a masterpiece, guys. And I really hope you realize it because we don't get many games like this. This game, Octopath Traveler, is an absolute masterpiece. I don't know what other people's opinions are. I don't know what other YouTubers' opinions are. But if you're talking about me, this game is a masterpiece. This game is a masterpiece. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's a masterpiece. Now let me actually focus on the dang boss fight here. This is our one and only chance to take Russell down. Oh boy, we don't want to jack this one up. So I'm gonna take it slowly. We have no reason to waste our SP or to rush this. He doesn't hit super hard, but he does pack a bit of a punch. I'm gonna take his shields one by one. Ooh, don't kill me. Oh, please. Oh, gosh. Oh, I thought he was taking another turn. I was about to lose my mind because he would have killed me. Use a healing grape.
Let's try this.
Nice.
What is the logical course of action?
Now... okay, I'm going to use one BP to attack him twice to break him. And then I can use the other 3 to hit him with a super hard spell. And we're going to make it Icewind because he's weak to that. This game is all about strategy. This break system, this BP system, it's all about strategy. And you're going to have to get used to it because otherwise, this can be pretty difficult for you.
Now, what next?
One more. There we are. We've broken him. This should be it.
What is the
This should be it. There it is. And just like that, Russell is defeated. We got 1,000, whatever that currency is, 22 XP and 15 JP. We're up to level 5 now. That is awesome. We got a refreshing gem. I forget what that does. I swear, I never meant to. I just needed the money.
Just so.
That tome would fetch a small fortune, this is true. And yet, did you not for a moment consider the consequences?
Say it is not so.
In stealing that tome, you would steal from our students something more valuable than all the realm's riches. A grave crime no matter who would perpetrate it. What the heck. But all the more unforgivable when committed by one who calls himself a scholar. Yeah, if I didn't
Thank
already
you.
say it, I'm the only YouTuber on the platform who doesn't know how to read. No, I'm just kidding. But I do make a lot of mistakes. Well, I'll be. You actually did crack the case of the stolen book.
Indeed.
That I did. And yet, I fear this mystery... You see what I mean? I fear this may not be the only volume our friend has purloined. Russell has already confessed to the full extent of his crimes and revealed the names of his business associates. Ooh. We need only track down the books and purchase them back. I'll speak to the guards and see that we redouble security of the archives. What's this? It says there's another book still missing. Did that scoundrel of a scholar steal this one as well?
Actually,
Ah, from the far reaches of hell. No, I can assure you that he did not. It's been missing for some 15 years now. Russell's aggressive borrowing only extends some 2 years back.
I see.
I see. So this volume was lost, or stolen, long before that.
yes.
Right as always, Professor.
Hmm.
Pray, tell me more about From the Far Reaches of Hell. According to our records, it would seem to be a compendium of ancient rites and long-lost magics.
Actually,
If I am not mistaken, it was the single oldest volume housed within our archives. Needless to say, it was a tremendous loss.
Most intriguing.
Oh, yet another mystery it would seem. Professor Albright, the headmaster would speak with you at once.
Is Autumnus?
Again? What could it be this time? Yeah, I haven't seen too many people of color try British or whatever accent this is, so I really don't know if I'm doing good or not. I'm probably just embarrassing myself. Ugh. Perhaps he plans to commend you for your role in apprehending the library thief. Well, for some reason, I just don't feel like that's the case. I have no interest in accolades, but if he insists... Yeah, I have no reference to see if it's a good accent or not. I hope it's at least decent. Oh, I went the complete wrong way. Did I? Yeah, I did. I wasn't even looking at the mini-map. Anytime you need to know where you need to go, just look at the green. The green will always tell you where you need to go to progress the story. At least while you're actually doing somebody's story. Nope. It's upstairs.
I've brought Professor Albright, as asked, sir.
Good. Enter. Thank you, Lucia.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you? Something tells me he's not about to offer a commendation.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Oh. And you believe this report, sir?
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order.
That's facts.
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, but I fear the situation is not so simple. A rumor regarding the royal family, even an unsubstantiated one such as this, is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not an easy decision to make. Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical? Professor Albright is put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing fieldwork in a distant land.
What say you, Cyrus? This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own will remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey. In search of an ancient tome that disappeared 15 years ago. Besides, if I am not permitted to share what I have learned with my peers and the public, there is little point in continuing my research here.
Is that so? Do tell, Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin packing for my journey. Good day to you, Headmaster.
An enigma as ever, that one.
Huh. Don't
Professor!
even, Therese.
Oh, Cyrus, what is it?
You know you're slimy. You know you are.
I heard that you were leaving the academy.
How would you have heard so fast, Therese? Huh? How would you have heard? You know what you did.
Then you heard true.
You didn't hear Jack.
Professor, I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's too late for sorry, Therese. It's too late for sorry. You're not sorry. If you were sorry, you wouldn't have did it.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
You knew?
Not until just this moment, when you apologized. And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
You're always helping Her Highness, answering her every question.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Therese. I'm gonna do you the favor of stopping you right there. Don't act like I did not also help you, Therese. Don't act like I didn't answer your questions, Therese. Just because you didn't know the answer and you had to look through the textbook does not mean I was not sufficiently teaching you. Okay, let's get that straight, okay? Okay? Because you're not gonna sit here and claim that I was showing more attention to Her Highness than I was you, Therese. You're whack if you're doing that. You don't have a leg to stand on, and you're not about to sit up in here and claim that it was me who showed favoritism in any sort of manner. This is Cyrus we're talking about here. You really think he'd do that? I dare her to say that's what...
Pay more attention to me.
Therese? Therese, you're about to get some attention. Let me chill.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
Oh, it's 30. Recording's at 36 minutes. We gotta end this episode.
Yes, but I just wanted to get you in a little trouble.
So you accused me of being a pedo? A little trouble, Therese. A little trouble, right? A little trouble. Yeah, I'm sure that was it. I'm sure that was it, Therese. A little trouble.
I didn't
Messing
think
around
you
with
would.
underage people.
I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
Psych! That's the
Well,
wrong number.
my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
Man, you're lucky Cyrus is such a good dude. I would have went off on
You were?
Therese.
For some time now, I've wanted to travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls. I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If anything, you've done me a favor. Besides, I am not entirely without fault in the matter. Indeed, I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
Professor, whatever do you...
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies, my dear girl.
Banger of a song right here, by the way.
My studies.
A piece, not a song. I always say song. They're pieces. Goodness gracious.
I have always striven to treat all my students equally. And yet, Her Highness is always eager to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them.
But the inherent fact that she didn't ask questions does not mean that he was showing favoritism. Man, bro, play the dang cutscene. We need to end this
In
dang
doing
video.
so,
I'm popping off.
the impression that I favored her above you and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same. Yes, if only I had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
Professor. Perhaps you're not quite as sharp as I thought you were.
Yes?
Never mind.
Therese, people who like other people don't accuse them of messing around with minors. At least that's how I thought it worked. Maybe I'm wrong.
In that case, I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
We just hit 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm sorry. This video is going to be like 37 minutes. That is ridiculous. All right, and with that, I'm gonna call it here, guys. If you did enjoy, you can always give it a like. If you did not, you can dislike and tell me what I can do to improve these episodes in the comments, man. With all of that said, I have been Vices, and this has been, I almost said Dragon Quest. This has been Octopath Traveler, man. I'm gonna let that outro do its thing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, I'm out of here, man.